Hello everybody, it's me again. Ooh, okay, so I'm going to do the Devastator archetype. You pay for this archetype. I'm going to try something different today. I'm trying to make the video more streamlined, a lot shorter. I noticed, of course, I kind of already knew this anyway, but I kind of ramble sometimes. I don't quite do the best job at trying to get everything done quickly. So hopefully this will be an amazing video. If not, then oh well. So first what we're going to talk about is the Devastator is two-handed. He does lots of damage. He is offensive. And, well, I mean, he doesn't, like, he's offensive like he fights, doesn't, like, you know, have bad taste in humor or anything. That's not what I meant. Anyway, well, that was a really good joke there. Yeah, so his toggle is enrage, which is nice. Everything he has is built off enrage. When he knocks something up, or down, or away, or to him, anything that does any type of knocking, he gets enraged, he gets angry. So, enrage, what it does is, it increases your melee damage by 12% and range damage by 6.2. That increases by how many ranks you have. Well, I have rank 2, so that's 12%. And you also, there's an advantage on this to where every time you get enraged, you get bigger. So you can see I turn it off. It's going to take a while for this to go off, so I guess I'm just going to leave it back on. So every time you get in rage, your character grows in size, and it goes up to 8 in rage. Here we go, see? It gets a little bigger. Not so much, but you can really tell when it's rank 8. And there's also an advantage where it's sort of like a heal. Activating Enrage will heal you over time, and the heal is based on the number of stacks of Defiant on you. Unfortunately, you don't really get too much Defiant with this archetype because your passive is a damage passive, is not Defiant, so you don't really get too much Defiant. But the amount is based on your Constitution, which is nice because Constitution is one of your secondary super stats. So every time you get Enrage, you get a small heal. So that's what that means. Okay, now for the passive, you have Unstoppable. Increases your physical melee damage by 86% and also increases other melee damage by 69% and all other physical damage by 36%. Woohoo! Also increases your knock resistance by 79. It absorbs up to 29 damage. It isn't quite amazing. It's not supposed to absorb too much. It's an offensive passive, so I mean, it's not going to have too much defensive qualities. Okay, now the shield is Guard, which looks like this. It shows off your weapon. It's like the only thing in the game that shows off your weapon as a block power. It damage taken applies refreshes the retaliation buff, which increases the damage of your next attack by 83%. So similar to that of the Might shield, when you get hit, your next attack is increased by 83%. That's a lot, so your next hit will do a lot more damage. Okay, now we're actually going to get going somewhere. Your energy builder is bludgeoned, which does so much damage. You can probably tell how much damage it does by me just hitting the guy. It does like 200, 150. It's an AoE. It hits 5 people max, and there is an advantage to where all attacks of this combo gain 50% chance to disorient the primary target. So when they're disoriented, their damage and movement speed is reduced. So that's nice to have. And number 2 power is Cleave. It is an AoE, only hits 3 people. If their main target is disoriented, the chance to apply Enrage is doubled. So basically, it does this. This is how you get Enrage. Every time you finish the combo, you hit it 3 times and it does like this combo move. You get Enrage. It's pretty nice. You want to keep using that to get your Enrage up, which is good. And then next one is Decimate. Lunges at the target, dealing 507 damage. We'll just see what it looks like. If you're more than 20 feet away, it disorients your target. That's basically what it does. As you can see, I'm building up my Enrage. I should have Enrage. I don't know why it's going away. It shouldn't go away, but I got up to 4 now. As you can see, you can just keep whacking the guy. You get up to 5. Each time you get in a rage, you do more and more damage, so that's really nice to have. Killing the guy is a little too quick. Now, there is a Vicious Descent. Now, this power is, at level 35, you can choose between Vicious Descent and Earth Splitter. Now, Vicious Descent is the same thing as your Lunge, your Decimate. Same thing. But what this one does is it deals like 1,500 damage, and when you hit more than 3 targets, you gain a stack of Enrage. I think there's also an advantage I purchased real quick. Yes. This one also knocks back targets. Knock down, excuse me, knock down. Not knock back. It knocks them down. So, unfortunately, I killed all the target dummies, so you can't really see what that looks like, but I'm sure when I fight... As you can see, it looks totally different. You jump in the air, slam your weapon down, and it knocks everybody down, which is pretty cool. But you only get it at level 35, and it's the same power as your lunge. So, to me, it's a bit redundant. I think you should be able to choose which lunge you would want, which leap. But I guess since this one you get later on, this one you get like right at the beginning, just about. I don't know. It's just a personal preference of mine to have it not work that way. And we need to reset the powerhouse. I'll be right back just a second. Okay, we're back. I had to reset. All the dummies went away. Number 6 is Skewer, which is nice. It's, I believe, look at my handy dandy list. Skewer, you get level 17. You either get Skewer or a Skull Crusher. Skewer, it's targets 5 people. It's a cylinder power, meaning that everything has to be in a line in front of you, pretty much. So let me try to get this not quite in a line here, but that's about as good as we're going to get. So basically, let me get a little closer, because that didn't look too good. There we go. Does pretty good damage, as you can see. I have an advantage on it, which helps the damage. Basically, I say basically a lot. I just noticed that. You have follow through and initiative. Both of these cost 1 advantage point, so it's not like 2 each. That's pretty good. Like they both cost 1. Follow through is you plant your feet firmly on the ground, bracing yourself for the attack. Basically, when you charge your attack, it does 25% more damage when you fully charge it. Initiative is for tapping. You can tap the attack, and it increases the damage by 15%. So it increases both the damage of your charge and by tapping by so much. It's pretty good. The number 7 is Arc of Ruin. Targets 5 people. I don't believe I have an advantage. I probably do. Let me see real quick. No quarter. Your target receives a negative 10% resistance to all physical damage. So basically, you do 10% more damage to him, or everybody does 10% more damage to him. Put the debuff on it. So, charge it up. This one's actually pretty good. As you can see, they take 10% more damage from everybody with the amazing buff, or debuff, I should say. Next power is Brimstone. I like this power a lot. It's really cool looking. I have an advantage on Brimstone to where it leaves a patch of fire called Aftershock. Relieves a patch of fire. The patch deals 39 fire damage every second. It's a 10% chance to apply Clinging Flames, causing 48 fire damage every 2 seconds. It doesn't really do so much fire damage. I just like the way it looks. It's like a He-Man kind of thing. It knocks everybody down as well, which is good for building in rage. Anything that knocks anybody down or away or anything like that builds in rage, so that's really nice. 4, I have a... Let me check some real quick. I want to see his stacks in rage for every person you hit. So I have 4 right now, and then we do this. Let's see, do we get 6? We only get 5. Okay, so it doesn't work for each person. It just works for when you use the power. Okay, so you don't get 2 if you hit 2 people. So, and then next power is Aggressor. Grants 42% damage strength and 35 strength and constitution. Increases your stats by 35, like strength and constitution, and also gives you a stack of enrage. Woo! And let's see. Also applies break free damage, so that's good. So you do a little bit more damage with it on. I mean, you do like, before it was like 150, now it's like 250. It's pretty good. That's nice. Okay, I set the training room. Let's go fight some really cool looking dudes here. I'm gonna try using Vicious Descent here. Knocks everybody down. Works pretty good. Oh man, look at this. These guys have no idea what's gonna hit them. I got an idea. Let me turn my enrage on. That might help. I don't know why it turned off. Okay, now we might do a little better. Let's see. He's been with Vicious Descent. Knocked the guy down. They didn't seem to knock him down too well. Let's use Skewer here. Let me block real quick. So now I got the buff, retaliation buff. I think it just stays as long as it wants to, the retaliation buff, so that's pretty good. And let's see what else we got. Let me use Aggressor real quick. Let's just use the normal leap. Okay, I can use that one. That's okay. Arc of Ruin. Did pretty good damage there. Had some brimstone to the guy. There we go. So, you take a little damage, as it looks like. You take some damage, but you also do a lot of damage, it seems. Well, I mean, not it seems. You actually do a lot of damage. Do. Hee hee. Okay, so now I'm going to show the other two powers real quick. I'm not going to show me get the power. That takes too long. So when in a few seconds, you will see me get the new powers. And it'll be amazing. Okay. Okay, I think I forgot to show a power. It is Eruption. It's a knock up. So what it looks like is this. Knocks the target up in the air, hits the other two guys as well, but knocks up the primary target. If your target is disoriented, attack deals additional 15% more damage. And the knock height is double, so that's pretty good. Eruption. Where is it at? Here it is, Magma Burst. I put advantage to have a 208 fire damage and 10-foot sphere. So that's pretty cool. So when I use it, the guy catches on fire. Basically. Had the chance to. So. Also forgot to say on Cleave, I can't believe I forgot to say this. Cleave. Finishing combos give you a stack of Defiance. It only gives you one. So the Cleave, you know, the combo power, it gives you Enrage, but also gives you a stack of Defiance. I can't believe I didn't say that. So that's something to think about. So that's good, because remember your Endorphin, when you get Enraged, the amount is increased if you have a stack of Defiant on you, so that's pretty good. So remember that. Remember that. Okay, now I can actually show you the other powers now. Sorry about that. It's supposed to be a really good video and I forgot to do stuff. 17, instead of getting Skewer, the thing that hits everybody in the line, you get Skull Crusher, which is amazing. Let me show you the advantages really quick on this thing. Skull Crusher, I have put them down. You deal an additional 15% damage to disoriented targets. So that's good. So what we want to do is hit the guy a few times with your auto attack. That should disorient him. I think it should, right? Yeah, or something like that. Okay, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I forgot to get the advantage, but let's just try it anyway. Oh my goodness. It looks like that, basically. It's an overhand hit. Hit the guy, does like a few thousand damage. That's pretty good. I was pretty sure... Yeah. All attacks with this combo gain 50% chance to disorient. Okay, it's 15% chance. Maybe I just wasn't that lucky when I was fighting those guys. But the idea is to auto attack, to get them disoriented, then use Skull Crusher to do more damage. And that's how you do that. It targets 5 people and everybody's knocked down. So there you go. Okay, next power. Instead of Vicious Descent, which is the additional leap or lunge you have where you go in the air, strike the ground, everything explodes. Instead of that one, you can get Earth Splitter, which is pretty nice. It's a range power, which is nice. I have an advantage on it to where it brings people to me, because what it does naturally just knocks people up. But I have an advantage to where if you're further away than 25 feet, the targets are knocked towards me, which is nice because if they're too far away, I can use that to kind of bring them closer. So let's see what that looks like. Brings everybody to me. It works on more than one person, obviously. Just I didn't quite line it up too well. Targets up to 5 people, so that's good. Has a nice effect to it as well. I like it. Alright, so that was the Devastator. I can probably make a specialization video later when I get all that stuff settled. So hopefully this video was better. I don't know. It kind of felt the same. So thank you so much, and goodbye.